All right, it's going live. Yo, what is up? How you doing, Matt?
Hi.
Right. All right. You're listening to episode 165 of the Let's Go Comic Show, where we talk about comics, comic movies, comic TV shows, everything in the world of comics, and then we rate those. Part of the Let's Go Podcast Network, pop culture without the pop. My name is Justin.
And I'm Matt.
Oh, yeah. But Matt, we're much like Michael Jackson and his hit from 1993. We are not alone. We are not alone, are we? We're going to bring our buddies, part of the Let's Go Podcast Network. We're going to bring in part of the Vigilante 1939 podcast. Only two of the three. We're going to have Mr. Nick Zednick. Boom. Here he is. And Nico. So there we go. Oh, God. Look, he's hiding.
We totally did not choreograph that. Nick.
Yeah. I didn't know y'all were doing that.
Should have did that.
What's up, guys? Thank you for joining us on our first live show that we're doing here.
Thank you for having us. I'm excited.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have
Am I too soon?
Yes, you're too soon. You're too soon.
Thank you for having me, Justin. What's up, guys?
Who's the key? Hey, so this is the Let's Go podcast, so we have to talk about our rating system. Matt, what is our rating system, bro?
Yeah, it's the Let's Go rating system.
That's right.
At the top of that, we got a gotta go. Below that is a let's go. Below that is a go. Below that is a don't go. And then way down at the bottom, in the depths.
In the depths. Trash juice, yes. Hopefully we don't talk about no trash juice today. So, anywho, we're going to get into a couple news items today. First off, guys, how's it going? It's getting kind of late for y'all, so thank you guys for being here.
We're wired. We're ready.
You're wired. You're wired and ready. All right. So it's been kind of a weird week for DC stuff. Not weird, I guess good. And then a little bit of we got some other news about Zack Snyder. Every week there's some Zack Snyder stuff coming out, and we're like, do we want to talk about it? Is it worth talking about it? And this week we had the Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. There was a kind of a live session where, it wasn't like there was going to be a new trailer or anything. No one ever said new trailer. A lot of people are like, not a new trailer. Well, never said it was a new trailer. He was just going to break down the trailer that came during Fandom. And then we got kind of a black and white version of it. And it looked like some of the visual effects were updated a bit. The biggest thing has been, my favorite thing is freaking Steppenwolf. Because I like the design. I like a spiky looking dude. But also I love that he's basically, what do they call him, Grumpy Cat? I love that he's like the new Grumpy Cat because his face does look dumb. It's like the dumbest face of all time. Like, if you're going to put out an image of this guy, he's just like, he just looks like a very sad. He looks like a 3-year-old who's just like, hey, you got to go to bed. Like, doesn't want to take a nap. Steppenwolf is not tired.
You need to Photoshop someone trying like off frame, like trying to feed him like peas or something. Just like a hand coming in.
It'd be cold.
That's so funny. So y'all
Batman like eat your vegetables.
Yeah, it's his Batman.
Amazon.
So try this. Straight carrots. So all right, guys, what's your guys' thoughts, man? Go, Nico. What's
yeah. Thinking of Rachel. I liked it. So I guess I think I liked it a little bit more than a lot of people did because I kind of went in with the mindset it wasn't new. I did see some of his earlier, and he kind of teased it all week that it was what he was doing all week was to raise funds and awareness for AFSP. So he kind of had he did the shirt and he did all these appearances, and then that stream at the end where he broke down the trailer was kind of like the last hurrah, like the last final lap to kind of hit his $500,000 mark, which I think was his goal. And so he said earlier in the week that he was just going to show the same one again. He's going to show it in black and white because that's kind of the version he fell in love with. And he was going to add just some new things. So I like that trailer a lot. I thought the black and white was cool because it was different.
Yeah.
When you think of a black and white movie, you think of an old one. You think of, I don't know, a Western or what David Fincher is trying to do with his upcoming film where he's trying to recapture what the feel was like in the 30s or whatever. But there's something about seeing these heroes in black and white that was just kind of cool to me, especially like the Flash's lightning and stuff, just in the black and white. I'm like, I like it. Hallelujah still hits the same. It hits hard. Still hits hard. And, you know, at this point, though, I'm just ready for it. And I really like the way he broke it down. At times, I think he shared a lot, which is okay. But for me, I think the coolest thing he talked about, and I'll just comment on one thing because I want to get everyone else's thoughts. But when he talked about why his Flash is the way he is, like he says, normally if you would grab someone in the Speed Force by logic, you would like rip them in half, or you would like rip their arm off or have whiplash or something, which I thought was interesting how he's kind of tackling the Speed Force. Because we know Flash, at least in the comics and stuff, he can save people, he can move people.
Yeah.
So for Zack to kind of address in a way where he can't, thought was great. And we finally addressed why Ezra has no shoes in that one shot. Because I was confused too. I'm like, why does he not have shoes on? He goes, well, when he's not in his suit, the Speed Force literally explodes off your body. So his shoes are literally going to explode up his body. That's why he has like shorter pants on, because it's starting to burn off, which I thought was really cool. And now we know why his suit is so metallic and armory and heavy duty.
He needs Michael Keaton Batman to make him a new suit.
He does. Oh, I can't wait.
Right.
Can't wait for that. Yeah.
You mean Christian Bale's Batman? Or
hold up.
Robert Pattinson's Batman.
If it's gonna be Christian Bale's Batman, we already know it's gonna be freaking Morgan Freeman who's gonna be making the suit, dude. Christian Bale's Batman just replaces chips and borrows everything. That's all I'm saying on that.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that you talked about the Flash thing, because I thought that was interesting. I was like, I didn't like that revelation, because I'm like, the Speed Force protects whoever's in it. You know, like but I get it. It's movies, and so I'm not going to make it stink. But I was like, come on, Snyder. Like that's I think that to me it sounds like it's interesting for the sake of being interesting, instead of being like, well, then how does he save people?
That's the only.
He's just going to explode them all.
Because in the scene, he like, we see him like let Iris down.
Yeah.
So like, did he? So he clearly didn't move her or push her. Did he like get to her in time and was able to like walk her? I have no idea. Idea.
Very interesting. All right, Zeddy, what do you got, dude? Zeddy for Zaddy over here, dude.
Hey, the tour of Zack Snyder, guys. Man, I wish I was as busy as this guy. I swear, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So much like Nico, because I do like to steal takes these days. I think the main message of the whole stream was totally misunderstood. So I'm really am at that point where I want the release. Say like, I want to invest in this thing in all its glory. I just want to see it. I don't even care if there's another trailer on that, which there probably will be one in January.
Oh, yeah.
Eyes open, everybody, on that. You heard it here first.
You got the tea, dude. You got the tea.
Yeah, I got the tea. It's very good. I think this event was more to remind everybody about AFSP. And the importance of why this whole thing is happening in the first place. So, although the expectation was, Zach, when are we getting that new trailer? Zach, when's the movie coming out? I think this whole thing was to kind of celebrate the cause, talk about the movie, kind of raise some money in the process, and overall just have a good time. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. The man I want to talk to about this. Me and Matt talk a little bit about this. Matt Ritchie, dude. Come on now, dude. Tell me about your takes.
So I didn't catch the stream at all. Like I just didn't get a chance. And so I don't have much to add to that part of the conversation other than hearing that Flash revelation for the first time just now with Nico filling us in. I just think that's dumb. Like it's like that. I get it. You have to write yourself into a corner to make a story interesting. Like I get that aspect of it. And so I'm not going to fault Zack Snyder for like where he wants to take stuff. I think it just falls in that, it falls under that column where it's like, okay, it's just not like my take as much. You know what I mean? Like, and so like, I don't want to like diss like his take. It just might not be something that I'm going to be like the most into. Which brings me to the trailer. I didn't love the use of Hallelujah in the first trailer.
You didn't like the use of it in Watchmen.
Oh gosh, I hated it in Watchmen.
I remember that.
Man, yeah, it was a bummer. And so it felt obviously like if that's where I started, like this wasn't going to change my mind a whole lot. It does seem like, again, like I don't hate every one of Zack Snyder's choices, but I think like his choices just seem so arbitrary sometimes to me. I'm like, okay, like it's just black and white, sure. Everyone's excited about this. Like I'm at least curious, you know what I mean? And that fills in the blanks where I'm not excited. So I'm down to see it. And so I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, if you have new stuff to add or to kind of like tease, then cool. Like I'm down for that. But like I'm already gonna watch it. Like I don't need a rehash of the same trailer. Like I'm not disappointed because I didn't get a new trailer. I just didn't need black and white, because I think especially for him it's an interesting choice to think of. Like I think most people would say that was like a weak spot of the Watchmen movie, was the use of that song in that scene. Like it wasn't like hated necessarily, but it definitely wasn't celebrated. And so to like double down on that in the trailer was an interesting choice to begin with. And when he's known kind of for like people that are going to not like his takes as much, I would say, like are going to probably accuse him of being like more dour and just like, oh, I'm so moody and like edgy. So to take something and like double down on that too and go into black and white and be like, but look how serious it is. And I'm just like, sure, man. And then I just laughed. Like when I saw all the spikes come up on Steppenwolf, I literally like laughed out loud. I think it looked goofy. I don't know if there's much saving between those movies like that's going to happen of that character at all for that design just in general. Like I think is where I'm landing. So
don't land on him though, because you'll get poked.
No, dude, not at all. It's like Grumpy Cat and a Transformer like had a baby. Like Michael Bay's Transformers, like you know the Decepticons, where it's kind of like all those little like. I think. Sorry, I'm just saying that to be silly for the most part.
No, I don't, dude. As much as I think it looks rad, I like to clown it because I think it's funny. Like I made that little Staples meme today.
Oh wow!
It's like Starscream's Grumpy Cat.
What do you get when you take Grumpy Cat?
Starscream.
Oh gosh, that's next. That's next.
Yeah,
I will say though to add on to something that Richie shared is like he said he doesn't know if there's much saving with that character. So I'm a big Zack Snyder guy. I do like the takes of the world. In fact, I'm wearing the shirt right now because I'm technically an associate producer of the film. I was told by wearing this. Apparently, I'm associate producer.
I'm craft services, bro. We're all craft services.
Yeah, right.
Be real.
But I will say, from the minute it got announced, so I was big on Dawn of Justice when it came out, which was a rough time for me because how the world thought of it, but I got through it. Here I am. I won. I, to this day, do not like and do not understand the choice of Steppenwolf as the villain. He's just so obscure, you know? And like Avengers did Loki, Ultron, Thanos. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To give, and I know logically, and this is where I agree with Matt, like I think Snyder sometimes is cocky, like he thinks of the best stuff, and he's like, oh, I did this, and a lot of it's cool, but the whole logic behind, okay, the villain to get to Darkseid is his general Steppenwolf, but
his stepping wolf,
right? It's step.
Yeah.
Oh,
why are you stepping on that wolf, man?
So I still, that's the only thing about the entire Vision where I go, I should have just did Darkseid, or you should have did like have Zod still be alive and let him fight Zod or something.
Do you think like Desaad like would make a difference, or is he like too minor? I'm trying to think of like the people that would kind of lead into.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know. I mean, the thing I kept coming back to is, but then it would have to be like you didn't kill Zod in Man of Steel, or so you'd have to go back farther. But I don't know, man. Maybe Desaad, but still, it's like I don't know. Still, and like both looks, like I like the spikier one, but both looks too are just like he looks like a God of War villain, even like now. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, am I playing a PS4 video game? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
like,
I wish they went more traditional with the Kirby designs, like
yeah, where he's
Ragnarok.
like a guy. Yeah,
Yeah, Ragnarok really nailed the Kirby aesthetic as far as like what things should look like. And if you're gonna do Kirby, I think you got to do that. Like, say what you want, like about that film or whatever. It looked like a Kirby, drawing, and so I think that's my preference. But this is a Zack Snyder thing, so you're gonna get spikes.
Totally. What was your take on it, Justin?
I liked it, man. I mean, I it's the same trailer. I wasn't like I said, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, like I didn't watch any of this stuff either. I had to pick it up afterwards, but I like the Hallelujah songs. I know it. I get the. I mean, we already talked about this, you know, past fandom and stuff. The black and white stuff was cool. Like, I don't know if it was graded that way or if they just like, oh, let's put it black and white. Because when you do something like, if you ever watched the Fury Road black and white, like the Chrome edition,
Which is
it wasn't like it wasn't like they just
beautiful to the highest degree.
They completely like changed, like, you know, how the tone of everything. So I don't know if that's what he did with this. I imagine he did. I imagine it wasn't just like, oh, desaturate this thing and up the contrast a little bit. Like, there's probably some stuff that he did. It looked nice. I'm just ready for this thing to come out is all. So I'm excited for it. Anytime like he's gonna do anything. Snyder is notorious for like dropping things, little seeds here and there, and everyone latches onto it. Like, he can put a picture out tomorrow of a glove on the ground and people will lose their mind.
Oh God,
there'll be like 5-hour podcasts about it. It's like, you know, like obviously,
just including ours. Yeah.
Including ours. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna go 5 hours on it. Like, there was 5 fingers. You know what that means? You know, like people will like,
there's an emblem of an R. What does it mean?
Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can, you know, pull out of these things. But I'm just excited. You know, he says stuff and it's news. Like, what was it? Homegirl who was in Watchmen, like he said something on someone else's podcast, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's gonna be
she's gonna
Homegirl,
be Catwoman.
Silk Spectre is gonna be Carla Gugino, and Guginiano or whatever." I hope not. I don't care for her as Catwoman. I know. I think Nico was like, "Yeah, I'm on board," but like I'm just like,
I'm on board. I'm on board.
I'm not down with that.
Huge fan of just that actress in general.
She was great. She was great in Son-in-Law. Go check out Son-in-Law. Holly Shore.
She did a great job.
And oh, there you go. But yeah, I just don't want her as Catwoman. But you see what I'm saying? Like, he'll say something like that, and then he just ramps up his fan base, and so he can say anything, and everyone's just hype. And I'm not like excited about every little thing. Like, that news didn't do anything for me. But I'm excited for this thing to come out because I'm hoping, man, that it's good. That's my hope.
I have a quick question for all of you. Is there, and there might be, but like right now, today, November 19th, 18th, 2020, is there a more loyal fan base in like cinema than him at the moment, or no? I know like other areas of entertainment like TV, sure, TikTok, sure, music, sure, but in film, is there any other director who has like this nuts of a fan base? And you can use that both positive and negatively because we know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Chris is in the chat and he's all, Snyder shows a photo of a sandwich. Instant podcast. But you know, I don't know, like, it's because I think it's hard for me to answer that because we're so stuck into this universe, like we're so close to it,
sure,
and so we're already insulated in that.
But even that, like Nolan, maybe
I don't know. Nolan fans aren't like walking down the street like making banners and doing all this stuff. You know,
we're a sad small bunch, man. Let me tell you.
I think Star Wars fans are pretty rabid. You know, Star Wars fans.
There you go.
Yeah, a filmmaker than like a franchise for sure.
Yeah,
that's true. So, Matt, but here's the thing: if they're all behind him, though, they got to show up to his movies.
Oh,
yeah. So, you know, as much as we like Man of Steel and we like Batman vs Superman and stuff, like it's still a small drop compared to the general audience. If it was, then, you know, BVS would have hit 2. I remember Kevin Smith is all, that movie's gonna make $2 billion, and it didn't crack $1 billion. And so, but I think the fan base has grown since then. That's the thing. Like since BVS, I think his fan base has multiplied.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too.
And I'm gonna say something crazy because a lot of them have like victim mentality, like they were wronged, and so they grow. Like I think, like in pop culture, victims attract other victims, and now like everyone's cause is their cause, and it just kind of snowballs into this giant Snyder cult. Like that's, you know, I'm a fan of Zack Snyder, but he definitely has a cult, and they definitely will. Again, like Chris says, he drops a sandwich podcast. Let's talk about it. And like everyone's wrong who doesn't like that he did this, you know.
You want to have fun on a Saturday afternoon? Go find a Snyder account tweet and comment something negative about him and watch the fireworks for 6 days.
Oh yeah.
Just watch it.
You're canceled, bro. Canceled.
It is the most impressive. It is the most impressive thing I've ever seen in my life.
The best thing is if someone's got a blue, if they're verified, blue check mark. Oh, dude, they're the villain. Like, you verified, blue check mark. You say
the
something.
verifieds, as they're called by the community, is the verifieds were scared on Tuesday. I saw those tweets like, oh, he's gonna scare all the verifieds today.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that stuff's ridiculous, man. I think it's like, it's okay. It's okay not to like Matt, my really great friend. He's not as excited as about this as me, but
it's okay.
You know what? He'll go see it and he'll make his declaration, and we'll be good, right?
I want it to be good. Like
canceled.
I like good stories. I'm not like looking forword to bad movies.
How dare you have a subjective opinion about film?
Sorry, I'll see myself out. I know I don't belong.
You just hate them. I don't know, but it's for me. It's just fandom's super polarizing right now. I think it has a lot to do with being locked up at the same time. You know, like everything is like contributing to like everyone's like aggressiveness and rabidness. So, but I don't know. I try to have fun with it. You know, I try not to take it too serious. I like to stir the pot though.
You really do.
It can be fun sometimes.
Gonna have a lot of fun in March in 2021.
Oh shoot!
Specifically March 7th or March 24th, around those two. I've been told. I can't confirm that. No.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. We good? Are we good on Zack Snyder's Justice League? You guys, any other thoughts?
Yeah.
Just how me find the others like you. Yeah.
All right. I'm right here, bro. I'm right here. All right. Let's jump into. Let's go to Marvel real quick. WandaVision's coming out, guys.
Yeah.
Who's excited about that? I am really excited about it because it's going to be our first kind of like, it's our first, not Marvel TV show, but it's our first official Marvel Cinematic Universe TV show hitting Disney Plus. And so, yeah. So thoughts, Matt, I know you're super hyped about this.
Oh, I'm so thoughts, pumped. Bro. Like,
yeah.
Everything I've seen like of the show, like in the promotional stuff, like leaks, like stills, like trailers, all of it just looks incredible. And pair that with like the continuing like idea of it being influenced by Tom King's Vision series, and I'm like, how can I not just be like I want that now. I was actually like a little disappointed this last week when they announced it was January 15th. I was like, oh man, I was hoping before Christmas. Like I wanted that week to just like,
well, we got something else coming for Christmas. Wink, wink.
Hey. We'll get there. And I thought about it and I did the math. I'm like, oh, they got to let Mandalorian like finish out. Like they can't have like those overlap. They got to have something keeping people there. So I get it.
Smart.
But everything I've seen of it, like I love that. Like I get the general idea. And and I've read Tom King's book, on the Vision. So I probably know some things, but when I look at what they've shown me, I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, I don't know. And I actually love that.
Yeah.
And so I'm really, really hyped for it. It feels, because it has a date. I think that's part of Justice League, like not feeling like super exciting for me yet, is there's no date attached. So it feels like less real at this moment. Like WandaVision, I'm like, oh, cool. Like, it's like I can look forward to a new Mandalorian episode Friday. Like I know, like, okay, January 15th, I know what I'm going to be doing.
True.
Beautiful.
Yeah. All right. What about you guys? What are you guys thinking about WandaVision?
Yeah.
What's your excitement on that?
It's my most hyped MCU property that's in the near future.
Right.
And granted, it's the one that's the most soon and the one with the
Yeah.
date, but only because just like what Matt said. So I haven't read the Tom King run yet. I just got it from Zednik as an early gift, which is great. So I'll be doing that soon. But for me, I from what I've seen, from what we've kind of explored with it, and from what they've talked about, they said it's really going to deal with, Wanda's trauma, and is she creating sort of, a world that's ideal for her. And I really hope it ends up being what they're saying it is and what it feels like it is. That's my only reservation, is sometimes the MCU is known to tease and serve something up, and then you watch it and it's still overly comedic. It's still CGI heavy. It still feels more like a gimmick than an actual concrete piece of content. So, but I think all that's going to be out the door here. I think they're really trying something mature here. And what does Fahey do? I feel like Fahey always beats everyone to the punch.
Oh, wait, Fahey?
Fahey?
Yeah.
Fahey?
Yeah.
I've heard 9 different names
It's
pronounced.
Feige.
So I'm gonna go Kevin F.
Kevin F. That's
KF.
what I had to do.
Our boy Kev. Our boy Kevy F.
Kevin Fabic.
What Kevin Fab?
K-Fag.
Fag is better. But what he always does to me, or what I always feel like he does, is he beats to the punch. And they're saying it draws a lot of inspiration from Tom King. And I haven't read The Vision, but I've read Mr. Miracle.
Yeah.
Which is great. And I'm thinking Wanda creates a world out of trauma, out of pain, to escape it, more of an ideal world. I wonder if they took some inspiration from his Mr. Miracle run and are letting Wanda kind of be the Scott-free-ish character, or maybe Vision's the Scott-free character and she's like the big barter role.
Okay.
I feel like if she's creating these alternate realities out of trauma, I feel like it's going to feel like that, which I was just blown away by. So I'm excited. I hope it's mature. I hope it's heavy. And I hope it progresses her, because I feel like she's been a little underused still up to this point.
Spoilers, she's not in the Vision book much.
And I've heard that, which is why when people say like the Tom King stuff, I go, okay, but I hear she's not really in it. So I wonder if if they're trying to combine his 2 works here. Yeah. Of those 2, I mean.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows?
Zednik, where you at on WandaVision, man?
Oh man, I've had some great visions as of late, man. Let me tell you. No, guys, I'm
kicking Zeddy off right now. He's gone.
I will come back. Don't worry.
How do these come to you on the spot?
Oh, I don't know. I wave my magic wand and they just come to me that way. No, I'm so looking forward to this. This feels like this is going to be something that we haven't seen in the MCU before, which is why I'm really all the more for it. It looks like it has a more serialized look to it. Like, I've seen stuff that it's supposed to be like a love letter to the old style of television and filmmaking, and especially if there's some scenes that are in black and white. I kind of just dig that, and it feels like it's going to tackle on mental health, which I feel like we don't see enough of. And especially with 2 underutilized, maybe the most underutilized characters in the MCU, I think the show is going to be perfect. I think it's going to come at the right time. And I think it's going to get everybody back on the MCU hype train. So bring it on. Let's do it.
Do you think Zack Snyder directed the black and white episodes?
It all connects.
I had to.
He called in a favor. Man. He's like, hey, guys. Check this out. He's all, only if Wanda can wear her spiky helmet, though. That's the only way I'm going to do this. So, yeah, I'm excited for this, man. I just want to see these Marvel shows. And so, was this always going to come out first, or was it Winter Soldier and Falcon? I thought
remember. Winter Soldier and Falcon.
It was Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That was supposed to be first. Maybe it's because they have to film more stuff outside. I don't know. This stuff looks pretty. And this is going to tie into the Doctor Strange stuff, which will tie into Spider-Man, which Nico is not happy about. So.
Well,
we'll see.
It depends what they do. If they give me Toby and Andrew back, I'm in. If it's just Tom, then
I'm not going to spill that tea right now.
If it's just Tom, then I could wear temper.
That's funny. All right. Well, I'm excited about that.
I can't confirm. There's going to be one Spider-Man in both movies. I can't confirm.
There'll be one.
Just one. As of now, there might be two. Maybe, maybe 3 or 4. I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. Let's jump into just breaking today. Wonder Woman 1984 is
huge.
coming. It's coming to us, guys, on Christmas. But for
Wait,
all
what?
of us who, it's coming Christmas, man. That's not the news though. We've known that, but they're gonna throw it down on HBO Max, and so so I guess it's gonna go for a month on HBO Max, and then I may have the details wrong. HBO Max for a month, and then it's gonna go to Blu-ray, and then you buy it. You can buy it digitally and all the other stuff, and then it's also going to be in the theaters, mostly internationally, where theaters are open. I guess it'll be open in theaters in the States as well, just wherever it's not as COVID-y, where it's COVID light. And so, but
COVID light,
I'm just saying the theaters are probably the cleanest places. Like any place where you need to eat, that's the place where everyone's taking care of stuff. Everyone's going to people's houses where no one's cleaning. That's where people are getting sick. No one's getting sick at the theater, man, because they're like mopping it and cleaning it. It's probably the best. So here's the thing. Gal Gadot, your lady, Zeddy's girl, he was talking to her earlier. Here's her statement. She's like, it's time. I'm going to use her voice. No, I won't do her voice. We've all waited a long time for this one to come. I can't tell you how excited I am for all of you to see this movie. It wasn't an easy decision, and we never thought we'd have to hold on to the release for such a long time, but COVID rocked all of our worlds. We feel the movie has never been so relevant, and we hope that it'll bring some joy, hope, and love to your hearts. Wonder Woman 84 is a special one for me, and I can only hope it'll be as special to you, too. We put our hearts and souls into it. So, you can watch it in theaters. They're doing an amazing job keeping everyone safe. Parentheses, she says that. Warner Brothers is all, let them know it's safe. And you can watch it on HBO Max from your home. Sending my love. Please keep safe. Wear a mask. Happy holidays to all of us. Let the light shine. Emojis. There's a kiss emoji. Take that for what it is, dude.
Oh, it's Zeddy.
Hey. And then she's got a little arm cross emoji. And yeah. Anywho, that was nice because Patty Jenkins is like, this is coming out in theaters. Well, technically, it still is. It's just
because she was like, didn't she say like I would never like not release in theaters, something to that effect?
Yeah. So I don't know what changed with them. Like to me, I'm like, okay, not Dunkirk. Oh gosh,
whoa,
Tenet didn't do what they wanted it to do. It still made money. Like in the European market, it just didn't get those states dollars. But I'm wondering if they're like hoping they get subscriptions, if they make their dollars. Like I don't know what AT&T is thinking.
Got to be something like that because it's no extra cost.
Yeah,
like if you're a subscriber, it's just included. Which
is that what they said? There's no like.
Cost.
Oh, well, there you go. There's the bonus. Like sign up.
So I was like, well, crap. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to read too much into her note, but she said COVID rocked all of our worlds. I mean, are we going to see a multiverse in Wonder Woman now? I mean, everybody's doing it. Let's just.
Hey, Zack Snyder shouted out freaking other Wonder Woman the other day. So
Linda Carter.
Linda Carter
showing up in Wonder Woman 84. You heard it.
Anything's possible, dude. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
I do think it has to be a ploy for some benefit, and no, I don't think it's just for the fans. I do think there's a financial or a subscriber piece to it, because if you look on the HBO Max like Twitter page, when they reveal it's coming out on Christmas, they attached a tweet right under it, and it says, here's how you sign up for HBO Max to watch Wonder Woman on Christmas Day. It's like, okay, they're really, and I know they just struck the deal with Amazon Fire, and Roku's like the last one, so it's pretty convenient that happened yesterday, and they're saying that Roku should be done by
I didn't know that. That's
mid-December. Yeah, I just saw that. I saw that yesterday, and I'm like, oh, good, because I have a Roku downstairs here where I have to be quarantined for a few more days, and I don't have HBO Max down here. So when I saw the Amazon thing, I'm like, okay, they say that Roku's coming, and then this day I go, okay, they're really trying to bump up those numbers, and I think this is the movie to do it with. I think it's the biggest movie. I mean, you can say maybe Black Widow, the MCU tag, but for me, Wonder Woman is the biggest movie that any studio has in the docket right now. And I think 3 delays. How long are you going to hold on to content? Because there's other films that got delayed and there's filmmakers working on stuff now. How long can you inevitably back stuff up? Let's try it. And they're really trying to see if the future is what everyone thinks it is streaming. So
yeah. Well, and here's the other thing. They've already marketed this film. Like, they're not going to drop more dollars on Dorito bags and Dr. Pepper.
I have so many Dorito bags still.
Right? I mean, it's all this June or whatever. Like, they've already put the action figures out. They've put everything that they were going to. They can't remarket this because that goes back into the budget. Like, then the budget balloons more. And they're like, you already tried to figure this out. And so it's just a weird, I mean, in the history of time, in the whatever, the annals of history or whatever you want to call it, like, we just are going to know that COVID was weird. A lot of movies came out, a lot of things happened. Like, I just hope that they don't say, oh, it bombed, so we're not going to make Wonder Woman 3. I don't think that would happen.
No,
but,
I don't. I think they know. I think they know because I think the route they went here is, okay, we're going to lose money. How can we lose the least amount of money? Or like, what option is where we don't lose as much as if we waited till June, 2021?
Yeah. Matt, what do you think, dude?
Yeah, I think that they got to do something. There's a point where you have to kind of cut your losses and see, like, there's this threshold you got to figure out. And I'm really curious to see what it is, because they're not doing here's a premium, like, pay $20-$30 to watch it. Like, that part was the most surprising to me, actually, because I figured, like, which me and my family would totally pay to be able to watch it in our house on Christmas. Like, I would 100% do that. And the fact that we don't have to is surprising, frankly. And so I think I'm curious to see where it goes, because I think we're in this state where it's like expectations have to change for what the norm is for anything in life. And let alone, like, what does a movie release? What does a movie release look like from here on out? What does, just like, you have to reconsider, like, my kid's school looks different. Like, what does working full time look like? What does shopping for groceries like everything has to be reconsidered. And so I think it seems like maybe this has just been the most public, like, of dragging your feet, has been Wonder Woman 84, because most of the tentpole movies from this last summer are like, okay, we'll see you in 2021. Like, almost every one of them.
Fast and Furious, they're like, we out, family.
They're like,
favorite.
And so to think, like, there were only a handful of them that kept, like, okay, a couple months out, okay, a couple months out, okay, a couple months out. And you have to hit a point where, like, you can't keep doing that. Like, you can't, like, who was interested in watching New Mutants by the time it came out? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I still totally want to see
these guys.
Like,
we were at the theater on the website www.letsgopodcast.com.
We were there opening night.
Who wrote that? Who
wrote
that? Me or you, Nick? Me?
Oh, that was you. You had the illustrious.
Oh God,
handling that. I was just there.
What I mean, it's like I'm thinking, like most people, like, it's like you put something off long enough, they're like, wait, that didn't come out already. Like, I can imagine, like, people I know that, like, don't follow stuff like we do, to be like, wait, Wonder Woman movie's out? Wasn't that last year? And do you know what I mean? Because of the promotional stuff, because they saw the Doritos bags or the cheetah, like, Trapper Keeper folder, like, stuff like who knows? They should totally bring those out. That's a missed opportunity for tying into the 80s theme. But
massive missed opportunity. Yeah.
But I'm, like, hyped for it again, because there's a date to it, because it's like I saw that, like, just like I was still at work and I saw, like, that announcement and I was like, yes, like, let's go. Like, I'm stoked for it. Like, I'm Christmas Eve, like, the family's gonna gather around and we're gonna
watch Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? It
was 24th.
Okay, cool.
I thought it was
from 25th. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw the 24th. Either way,
24th.
It's Christmas. Okay, it's Christmas.
Right after we watch Elf, we're throwing that sucker on. Yeah, man. I feel like this is a great win for Warner Brothers, and I feel like HBO Max is the stronger streamer, to be honest. Opening it up to Amazon and to Roku, I think that's what's going to help bump their numbers.
Huge.
But it already has such great content. People are snoozing who are not jumping onto it, and I think, honestly, I know HBO is a name of quality. I think the HBO name is what blocks people. I think if it was called, like, WB, whatever, Ultra or whatever. I think that might be better. Warner Brothers, because I think people think HBO, they just think like The Sopranos and Sex and the City, which those are great shows. But what's there for my kids? And they have a kids section. They have tons of stuff, but it's like you don't really consider HBO and kids. You know, you really don't. Disney, kids.
Yeah.
HBO, nah. They just should call it the Bugs Bunny Network and be done with it, you know? So I think that's another thing Kevin Smith said. They should just call it Bugs. They should have called it Bugs. Why not? Bugs. Bugs Plus. I don't know.
Bugs.
Bugs Plus. Oh, Zeddy, what this is your girl, man. I wanted you to go last because
hallelujah.
You have a little bit of an inside track with Gal. I know she's your gal. Gal's the gal.
Oh, Gal is my gal, man.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh, what's Crusoe doing? Oh, shoot.
Oh, boy.
Right here,
look
it's right
at
here
that.
for you, Nick.
Hey, why don't I have that? Why don't I have that?
I have like 3 if you need one. So.
Oh, look at that. I just made a purchase on a live show right
Here's
now.
all I got for you, dude. That's all I
big
got.
boy. Ooh, ooh. That's what she tells me every night. Oh, no. Okay, guys, what a wonderful surprise.
I gotta go,
right?
guys.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be a wonderful Christmas. Am I right? You know,
Yeah.
but so how do I feel about this? Man, oh man. Buckle up, everybody. I'm just kidding. Well, I think in the end, this was a compromise on both sides. So the whole thing was Patty wants us in the theater. HBO Max wants to have it so they can get subscriptions. I think it's a win-win if you think about it, because for people that want to see this in the theater, you can still go and support the theater if you have the option and you're willing to go. If you're too frightened to go, and rightfully so, you can still watch it on HBO Max. No harm, no foul. But what intrigues me now is because if they had just waited and pushed this to June, there's still no telling what the state of the world's going to be like by June.
Oh gosh,
I mean,
don't say that.
I'm just trying to be real. Like, I mean, there's nothing that says that even if the world's okay by June, that still doesn't say people are going to be willing to go to the theater. I mean, words are words. You got to show up. Like, you got to say you got to show up like in June. So I feel like if they had delayed it again, you're going to lose all the hype. And if this was Batman or Flash or Superman, we're probably looking at a different story. They probably don't do that. But I feel like this thing is going to be the light at the end of the tunnel. I think it's going to come out. It's going to be kind of like that saving grace of the end of the year. Like, man, this was a terrible year. Here's Wonder Woman 84. Enjoy this movie with your family. But what intrigues me now, and sorry, I know I'm rambling, but is the whole idea is we don't want to put it on HBO Max because they care about the almighty dollar, right? So if I go over to Nico's house, we're only paying for it one time, right? It's not like I got to pay for it. He's got to pay for it. His dad's got to pay for it. It's one purchase. Like 5 people are watching it. So that's why they were preventing it. But, you know, now it's.
Well, they want if it goes into those subscription dollars, you're paying that $15 every month. And so that was the $15 they weren't getting from you. Yeah. So the theater's not getting their steak. They're not getting their, popcorn fee and all the other stuff. So
And one last thing too, I think we underestimated, and I think the Mulan experiment failed because the extra $30. I know we all say that we would do it for Wonder Woman, and we would, but
I would.
When a movie like
I would have done it for Black Widow.
Right? Same. I still would. But like maybe a movie like Extraction was like the highest streamed film in Netflix history at one point, and that's just an average.
That was which one was that? That was Chris
Hemsworth. Yeah, it's just like an average, like
the greatest action movie ever.
It was
made.
Fun. It was pretty epic, but like it was kind of just like a shoot 'em up action. So imagine Wonder Woman, where you just got to put it on, and I think also people underestimate how many people on streaming just like turn things on and it counts as a view. Like, I think it's smart.
This is a 4-quadrant film, man.
All right, so. Question for all three, though. If
not like Tenet, where you got to have a degree in psychics and physics in order to understand.
I still don't know what that movie's about, and I saw it twice. I kind of know Zennick's take, but for you two up top out there, I assume you would probably rather stream it. But would you find yourself in the theater in the month of December or early January to see it, or would you just be strictly streaming for
Matt?
either you or Justin. Yeah, Matt or Justin.
Yeah, I guess if it was an option, I'd consider it. But Southern California, man,
I
not
know it's
close
tough.
to an
No,
option
I
right
know.
now.
I know. I was gonna say.
Yeah, we just hit the purple. I don't know if you guys have a purple tier. We're in the purple tier, whatever that means. It means the Kool-Aid man's just gonna run through town. Just
Oh yeah, we had a
dropping stuff.
number.
Oh,
we had like
boy.
a number system, so it was like phase 1, 2, 3, 4, and
Yeah.
5, and we actually had to go all the way back down to 3. So stay at home is advised. Now it's not enforced, but it's advised.
Yeah, so that's probably. It's so great that we're all in the same system. By the way,
Right? Yeah. Right.
Right?
It makes me
You're
feel
two,
really.
I'm purple. What's
Yeah.
that mean?
Makes me feel really good about the state of the world.
Yeah, man, we're just great. So yeah, I'd go if it was in the theater. If the theater was open, I'd go.
Yeah.
I would have I would have saw Tenet, but I just honestly just was like, feel like no one cares. I wasn't getting like must see vibes from everybody. Everyone was like, it's good but confusing. I'm like, okay, I can watch that on HBO Max when it drops. I'm good. That's
Well,
good
theaters
enough
were
for
open
me.
for like a week here, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So
a pretty tight window to try to fit in too.
yeah, but if our theaters were open, I would go because I'm not scared of. I mean, if someone was coughing behind me, yeah, I would be a little livid. But if I'm just gonna sit there, like
Yeah.
COVID doesn't just fly through the air like in a cloud over you, and so I would just go and do my COVID my Wonder Woman business and leave.
This
But,
isn't comic books, people.
yeah, but I don't have a problem watching it at home either. Like
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I get the desire to be. I love the movies. I like going to the movies. That's my favorite experience.
Same.
But I'm okay watching it at home, because like you guys were saying, we live in a weird time where that's just where we're at, and I think everyone who's shifted and adjusted has done well. Like, oh, okay, let's take things to people's homes. That's where they're at. If you want to hold on to your content for a while, that's okay too. I get that, like James Bond and Fast and Furious and stuff like that. But if Wonder Woman pays off, you might see them start going, well, let's get it out. Because what the other end of the spectrum is, we're going to have a very dense summer 2021. A lot of stuff, is going to be like wanting to get out. And if Wonder Woman does okay, and AT&T, WB, Bugs Bunny, whatever, they all want to they're happy with the numbers they get, then other people may try the same thing. So
I just picture like Bugs Bunny looking over the numbers.
he's like, what's up,
Like,
Dad? And then like Yosemite Sam's like, I told them they should have played this movie. I told them.
Success.
Success. All right, guys.
Now.
Hey, that was a lot of movie talk, but we're all about comics. here,
Movie
man.
talk here at the Let's Go comic
We're about
show.
some comics. And so this week was the 28-year anniversary. I don't know why we're doing this for 28. We should wait until 30, but why not? 28-year anniversary of the death of Mother Flippin' Superman, guys. And so I dug out of my box
That's
Is
huge.
that Martha flipping?
Martha Flippin' Superman 75, guys.
That's awesome.
Hey, there
And
it is.
I don't know, you guys weren't even around, but this was monumental, man. This blue, this was gonna send everyone to college right here, guys. This is gonna send you all to college right here.
That's huge.
Superman 75. So inside of here was packaged
You know
a
what that's
comic
worth
book.
right now?
Someone look it up. Someone look this up. What's the value of Superman? What am I gonna ruin right now? But inside of here is Superman the issue 75 with a fold-out splashback cover, full color memorial poster, full color commemorative stamps, a Daily Planet obituary. What the heck? Black mourning armband, in case you were confused, and an exclusive Skybox trading card. This cost $2.50 back in the 90s, 1992, November of 92. And so I'm going to open this sucker up. I'm going to see if there's like dust in this thing. Anyone working on the thing? So
It's gonna explode all over.
So
you.
there's some for as low as like $13, but then on Google it says there's one for $899. So I'm confused here.
oh shoot, I'm not going to open this thing now.
Why
is,
the
is it
spectrum?
graded? Is it graded?
Yeah. Okay. So like a 9.8 is like 175. A 9. 9 is 200. I don't know where they're getting this 800 from.
If it's like CGC graded. So here's the thing. I got this. My dad bought. I got one. The comic guy. Back then, there was pool lists. I didn't do it. I just would go in there as a little guy. And the guy knew. My shop owner was nice enough to hold one for me because I came in. He's all, I got one for you. I was like, sweet. And they had these ones and they had the newsstand editions. I don't have a newsstand. The newsstand edition is like kind of the iconic. It's the stick with the cape looking like a flag. Anyways, that's the one that you kind of always see. My dad talked him into giving us 2. Well, not buying 2. But lesson learned, if I was a time traveler, I would have sold one of those suckers for $300 right there. Because people were like, I'll give you money for that. And my dad was like, he told me in the car, like I remember we were in his Jeep. He's all, you're going to send your kids to college on these things.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I'm out like, man, I can barely buy them lunch. for the cost of what I could sell these for. So I'm gonna slice this sucker open here.
Dang.
And so
whoa, we are gonna see this for the first time live right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, see what I did there?
I know my dad has his. I don't know. It's one of these boxes by me. Man. He has one opened and one still sealed. But
smell up, dude. This is that classic floppy smell, dude.
Like
well, that floppy over here, man. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
That's some fermented floppy.
I was like,
so you're gonna do like a live reading, right? As well.
Yeah.
It starts right now.
I hope I didn't slice. I thought I sliced the.
He's gonna open it in a big Superman cape, like in the East movie. He's gonna fly right into his face.
I'm gonna throw it. Oh shoot! Oh, this is what the cover was. I forgot.
Yeah, it was that.
Hey, look at that! Look at
that cover, dude.
We are not
worthy. A tombstone. Oh shoot! Look at that. And then it tells you on the back the next 9 comics you got to read.
You read.
You want to read 9, guys? You want to read 9 comics about Superman who's not here?
What a very Snyder way to do that.
Oh shoot! Yeah. Speaking of this, ties in well. Oh dang!
About the funeral.
Look at that cover, dude. Like
Macho
Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior. Those guys are both dead as well. So Superman died, and these guys.
Wow.
So, sorry, got dark.
Wow,
Rest in peace, Macho Man.
That got dark, man.
Ultimate Warrior. So here we go. Here's that gatefold cover they were talking about, like in here. Boom. Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold up. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Dan Jurgens art, or as Pete Vera would say, Dan Jurgens.
Dan Jurgens.
Dan Jurgens. Dan Jurgens.
Oh, so, that's awesome.
There goes the book. All right. We'll put that next to mine. He makes
like sweet pickles, right?
Dan Jurgens.
Jurgens.
All right. What else is in here? We got. Oh, shoot, dude. I got 2 armbands in mine.
No way.
It's probably worth $1,000, dude. Are you kidding me?
Let's mourn together.
Okay. Those are probably.
Wow.
Those are cool.
Wow.
I got 2.
I think me and Justin are gonna chat after this is over. You know what I'm saying?
What? Hold on, there's more stuff in here.
I didn't know it came with all this.
Yeah. Oh, trading card. So I actually have the whole set of these trading cards.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
It's like a promo. It's like buy the trading cards. Okay. I thought I actually had maybe I have it in here. I thought I had the booklet. Oh, you got some stamps. Giant stamp. I don't know what you're gonna do with these.
Do you have any buttons in there?
Nah, no buttons. No buttons. Oh shoot. Okay, here's an obituary. Dude, I bought all the Death of Superman stuff, dude. And everything they had I bought. So from the Daily Planet.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's awesome.
So there you go.
I'm getting sad. I'm getting sad right now, dude. You're breaking my heart right now.
You should, dude. Look, he died defending the city.
Jeez,
defending the city.
I don't think I'm gonna watch BVS now.
Right. All right, and then there's a giant poster in here.
That's awesome.
So
I really wish in the comic he would have fought a troll instead of Doomsday, though. It would make it so much better.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
well, that's what Doomsday looks like.
Superman technically still fights trolls, Matt.
Dang.
You know, if we're being honest.
It's true.
Giant poster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the
that's
Digital
a
Age
great
especially.
poster.
I mean,
look at that.
I remember. Yeah,
dude,
that's a cool poster.
Really
in the
cool.
fields, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
all
awesome.
All the characters that are there. You got some. I like that Dark Side's there with the Superman
right.
army. He's like in the midst there. I don't know if you can see him here. He's like, man, I should have killed him. You know,
should have been me.
Yeah, just paying his respects, man. Real
There's
recognized
like
real.
You know, it's like random DC in the 90s. There's some characters in here. You're like, who the crap is like? Why is Deathstroke there? The Creeper, like Sandman's there from like the Vertigo stuff.
Oh, nice.
Like Slade Wilson heard and was like,
He's like, crap.
Damn.
Azrael's there.
I gotta go there.
And Lex Luthor was too busy doing other things.
I gotta get
Lex
to this
Luthor
funeral.
wasn't there. It was the clone Lex Luthor at that point.
Yeah.
He was too busy hanging around Lois Lane.
Well, maybe. Anyways, ironically, the Lex Luthor kind of looks like the Eisenberg version. From the comics. He was like some Australian clone of Lex Luthor, but it was actually Lex Luthor. But wow, the death of Superman, dude. So I know that Daddy Batman could not join us tonight.
Yeah,
he has
unfortunately. He has a cool story though. Yeah, he does. He does.
Give us the story, man. What happened?
I'm gonna tell it the best I could. I'm gonna tell it the best I could, and he's gonna watch this the first thing, so I can't botch this. He won't be he won't be upset if I do. So
no pressure.
He stopped reading comics for about 4 or 5 years because he met my mom.
She was like, "What?"
They got married actually right before this in '92. They got married, so he stopped reading comics because they moved a couple times. He was in and out of the city a bit, so. But he had an insurance. He did insurance way back in the early 90s, and his office was right down the street from a comic shop. And he used to eat at the Subway for lunch across the comic shop. And he was always a bigger Batman guy than Superman guy. But so he was at Subway one day and he saw a line out the door, like of the comic shop. And he's like, I'll walk in there now. Cause he knew if he went back in, he would get hooked and he would start spending a lot of money again. And, you know, they were in a good place, but they're like, was trying to start a family and stuff. He's like, yeah, I should probably put my money somewhere else. And he's like, no, on the way home, I'm going to stop there when it's almost closed and everything. So he went in like 20 minutes before close. And he said, he went up to the guy at the counter. He's like, hey, like, and there was like no Twitter. There was nothing. So he didn't really know, you know, cause he wasn't paying attention. So he goes up, he goes, why were all these people here? And the guy goes, dude, you don't know Superman died. He's like, Superman can't die. Superman. He's like, no. Like Superman's dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, there's a comic where Superman died. He's dead. And he showed him the whole thing. And then he's like, all right. And then he's like, wait, so do I open it? It's in a bag. And he's like, no, don't open it.
Don't read
I'll
it.
Give you. He goes, I hate to sell you like this, but like you probably should buy 2 because like there are some people who've gotten 10. They're going to try to sell these because it's sealed. He's like, okay, so he got 2. And then he went home, he opened it, he read it, and he was blown away that he went back the next day to get the 6 issues that led up to it.
Yeah.
And he remembers like it not only got him back in, he was reading comics again, but he fell in love with Superman again. And he really realized how much of an impact he has on the DC universe. But his coolest thing is he went back a week later and because he was still reading Superman and the guy goes, so what other heroes do you like? And he's like, well, I'm a big Batman guy first and foremost. And the comic shop guy went, so there's this story starting in a week called Nightfall.
Oh no.
And that's what got him into Batman. He has them all actually in this box to my right. So Death of Superman got him back into comics, but it also got him back into Batman with that story. Wow. Which is one of his favorites. And then he's been back ever since. I think when I was born, he took another break, but so it was funny because he was the biggest comic guy in the world, but stopped and came back right at the death of Superman, which I thought was cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here's the one thing I'm amazed about is those issues preceding like the death of Superman. Those were hard to get. Those were selling out. He
had to pay like $200 to get all 6 of them or something. He said, because the comic shop was sold out. And he's like, all right, how many do I need? And they were harder to find. So he's like, yeah, it was like 150 or 200, but I
can't believe he got the 75 on the way home.
Yeah. On the way home. And he got 2. Wow.
Man. I remember going to like
really
thrifties trying to find them on the spinner rack.
Really?
I was like,
that's crazy.
Like, no one's going to go to the spinner rack. And I was able to get the first appearance of Doomsday.
That's cool.
Which was Man of Steel 18, which I was buying, but it sold out. So I didn't get Man of Steel 18. Like I remember buying that book, and I got Superman because I was subscribed to it, but I didn't. But I didn't get Superman 75 in the mail.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, I wish I was I wish I was around for that. He still says to this day he hasn't seen a comic event like that ever where there's a line out the door. He's like, you won't see that again, probably.
Yeah, that was crazy. I remember it was all over the place. The news. I still remember a really dumb joke that like Jay Leno had, and he was like doing his monologue, and it was like because it was on the news. They like replayed it. They're all Superman's dying and everyone's affected, and he was like, so there's a satellite, not a satellite. There's a what are they called? There's a meteor coming towards Earth, and what do you know? Superman's dead. Like they just had this like kind of like everyone was getting impacted by it. And I remember I cut the article out of the newspaper. I still have it somewhere in a folder where it was like Superman's dying, but the editors are all that said. I remember the quote was like, "Hey, we never said we wouldn't kill him, but we never said we wouldn't bring him back." And so you're just like, "Oh, when's he gonna come back? When's he gonna come back?" And so those are some good comics, man. If you haven't read The Death and Return of Superman,
it's good.
Yeah, it's really good stuff, man. And it was like week to week too. They had a really solid team, and kind of missed the times of when the Superman book was like a must-read book. Hasn't been there for a couple years. Like the Rebirth stuff was really good when Tomasi jumped on it, but like it hasn't been so great with my guy, and I like him, Brian Michael Bendis, but I haven't liked his take. But yeah, those are some good times. So check out those. You can get an omnibus. You can probably get the trades pretty cheap. It's good stuff, man. Those are some good comics. So, all right, you know what, guys? I think we're gonna put a pin in it because we're hitting about an hour right now. But thank you guys for getting on here, man. I know it's late for you guys. You guys are all good. Yeah, thanks, guys. You guys are all the way back in the middle of our country. I don't know. Is it Midwest? It's not Midwest though, right? Is it? It's not
technically the Midwest. Yeah,
is the Midwest? Okay, back out in Illinois. Midwest. All right, because we're out in California. We're like, me and Matt are going out after this, dude. No.
Dude, I wish.
Just kidding, man. I was like, I'm tired, dude.
Let me show you.
Living young,
give me
man.
30 seconds. Let me just show you one thing. Well, let me show you one thing. So it's funny how the gimmick was never like it wasn't recreated as effectively. So I wasn't around for the Superman one, obviously, but I remember when the Fantastic Four, when they tried when Johnny died.
Yeah, you got prepped.
Now this issue isn't that significant, but what it became is when Ultimate Spidey died, which led to Miles, which actually became a huge thing. Yeah. But it's funny to watch them like try to recreate it, but it was never the same because
they tried to do it with Adventures of Superman 500 where he came back.
Yeah.
It was in a white bag.
Yeah, it was the white bag.
You can still find those, dude. I had 20 of those stupid comics. I still have them.
Oh, sure.
Everywhere. They're everywhere.
I like the white bag though. It looks cool.
Yeah, the white bag. That one was like crazy, and it came with cards and another trading card. The same thing. It was just not as hyped, dude. Not as hyped. But yeah, that bagged. The 90s were crazy for comics, dude. It was all over the place in comics, but you're right. Superman 75 was like, that was the one that was like.
It was the one. Yeah. And it will never probably be done again.
But I think I still don't know. We should look that up. Did X-Men 1 sell more than Superman 75? We'll come back with that because I remember that was crazy. Jim Lee, Chris Claremont on X-Men. I have 50 copies of that book. Again, my dad bought all this. My dad was just like, what? It was always like investment. Like he thought comics were just gonna like explode, and that was like they were worth money the week of, and then after that they were done because now they're everywhere. Like they printed millions of these things, so they're not as scarce. And so, yeah, and there's like 5 different covers for the Jim Lee stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know, who knows? But all right, guys, thank you guys for coming on the show. Give us a quick little rundown. Where can we find you guys? These vigilante 1939 guys.
And we're going to be in the Peacemaker series.
They go first.
Look at that. Go. Wink, wink. All right. Zeddy. You can follow me on Twitter at PapaZ_95, where if you pay attention, I like to troll Justin at least once a week on there. So be on the lookout of that. You can follow my show that I do with the gentleman that you've heard on here before, and Nico Cuso. You can follow us. Sorry, you can follow us at Vigilante 1939.
Hey.
We just have a show that we just recorded today, which will be out tomorrow noon Central Standard Time. So wherever you are in
with
the
a
world,
special guest. With a
special guest.
Oh shoot, you have a special
Yeah.
guest.
Wink,
we
wink. Yeah, we did.
Oh,
And I'm also reviewing The Mandalorian season 2 all season long. So wherever I go, the child goes with me.
there
I
you
love
go.
it.
There you go.
Attaboy. You can follow me right. Darn, I screwed it up that time. Right here.
Opposite side.
And then to echo everything Zenek just said, I also do a video game show for Let's Go with Emmett Davis called Let's Go Gamers. And then I'm currently working on a series review of Queen's Gambit, which is a show on Netflix right now, which is pretty much like the sleeper hit of 2020. So,
Dude, that's all I hear. I hear like you got.
So stay tuned for that. Yeah.
Everyone's saying to watch that.
Very good so far, and it's amazing how a show about chess could be so riveting.
Mm.
It's riveting.
Man,
no,
you
man.
sold me.
That's what I've
I'm
heard.
like, I like sweat watching them do the stuff. I'm like, don't touch the queen. Darn it! Like it's tense. It's very good. It's very well done, and it's an interesting story about addiction too, but not how one would usually think of addiction when you hear it. It's very interesting. It's very heavy. Very cool.
All right, Matt. How can people find you?
Find me on Twitter at Matt Ritchie.
Oh, look at him, and his name's right there. Yeah. You can find me at J_Rocka on Twitter. You can find the show at Let's Go Comic Show on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow the show at on the website at www.letsgopodcast.com, where you can listen to this show and all the other shows of Let's Go Podcast. You can find Vigilante on there as well, because they're part of our network. Oh, shoot. And then all of our we do articles every day. We put a bunch of comic reviews out we put a lot of reviews of comics out this week. Poor Chris is just reviewing every X-Men book. So if you're following X of Swords,
God bless his soul, man.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna get him a sword somehow. We're gonna send it to his house. And
I'm gonna get him a Captain America shield. People will catch that reference.
Yeah,
Am I right? Yeah. That's right, baby.
So yeah, go check out the website and you when you go there, click on merch. Maybe buy some stuff that'll help us pay for the show. Because it's free, but if you want to kick down a couple bucks and look good, get a nice T-shirt or whatever, or leave us a sweet review, get some buttons, get stickers, whatever you want to get. Go to the Apple Podcast Store though and leave us a review there, because that's where it counts. That's where people can learn about the show. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, leave us follow us, sub us, and then leave us some comments. So that would be nice as well. All right, guys, thank you guys again for being with us. It was a nice time, man.
And thank you for having us, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you
so much,
Thank you, guys.
It was fun. It was a fun time. All right, guys. That being said, my name is Justin.
I'm Matt.
Nico.
I'm Zeddy.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Booyah.